Hey there, everybody. How's it going? So this week, it's a bit of a slow week. We don't have really a whole lot of events going on. The rescue signal is over, boss sim is over. We're not getting a new BC mini event. Really, the only thing going on is the pocket adventure. But we are getting we did get some nice new campaign rewards. They're starting sort of the summer campaign. We got 3,000 free crystals given to us as a part of like a login reward. They've also got some other campaigns and things planned as sort of like a summer celebration. And my favorite part of this whole thing is the fact that we got Moana as a unit, and this is great because Moana is one of my favorite entries in the Disney franchise. Back when they did the survey, asking which franchise characters would you like to see, Moana was right at the top of my list. So this is awesome. I know they probably already had it pre-planned, but it makes me feel listened to, right, in a sense, because this was one of the units I definitely wanted to see in the game. So very cool to see her. As you can see, I have already pulled for her. I've actually already gone to pity once on her, even though I know we're going to be getting a bunch of free tickets because I just love Moana, but also because this unit is really really good in my opinion. I do already have her at LB1. I pulled her actually on my first 10 pull. I pulled a copy of her, and so I was pretty excited. I knew I was going to go to pity anyways. Unfortunately, I did not pull another dupe on the way to pity, so I only got the first copy and then the pity copy. So that has me at LB1, but I'm hoping, we're going to be getting some free tickets. We got 2 from the first day of the login. We're going to get 10 total tickets from login rewards this week. And then my assumption is it's probably going to be similar to the way that Dancer Goofy went, where we'll see 20 more tickets from the BC, the Battle Challenge mini event that's going to come out next week. So next week there is a Battle Challenge mini event, and I think another boss battle simulator planned for next week. So next week we should be getting a bit more, a few more things to do, But what we've seen in these Battle Challenge mini events is we've seen them giving out banner tickets for these units like Dancer Goofy and Moana, and so hopefully she'll get some more free tickets from that, and I might even be able to go to pity, go to another pity with her. I did also, full disclosure, I did buy some crystals as well. I bought 1,000 crystals so I can do the daily pull on her, just because I want as many copies of this girl as I can get. She is a really, really great unit. If you're, if you like damage dealers and you like seeing big numbers, this girl is going to give you that. So she is basically she is a power creep unit. So she is sort of the first really big power creep that we've seen in the game. She is the first unit to have higher than normal attack stats. So pretty much every DPS we've had up to this point has been capped at a base attack at LB0 at the 5-star. So like a 5-star LB0 unit has been capped at 1128, and her base stats are 91 points higher than that. So she starts at 11. It says 1240 on there, but that's because it has the max stat boost on it. So she basically gets almost 100 more attack than any other DPS starting at LB0, and that only gets bigger the more LB levels you get, because the LB levels are just doing a % passive boost based on that base attack stat. So right off the bat, she's got higher attack than anybody else in the game. On top of that, she's the first and only unit that has immense damage on both her skill and on her EX skill. So that she's hitting with a 2.5 modifier on both her skill and her EX skill. And her EX skill doesn't require you to use her skill, so you can get an immense modifier for free, essentially, as long as you have a level 5 attack buff on her and keep her health topped up above 80%. Really, really strong damage dealer. She's basically the biggest hit stick we have in the game right now. So if you like chasing after DPS units and you want to do really well in like Boss Simulator from here on out, she's a really, really strong unit. Is she a must pull? No. I still think must pull units are generally going to still fall in like your support category, or DPS units that come with some kind of some kind of important buff for the party. Like for example, Dancer Goofy, in my opinion, was a must pull because he brings the attack boost to the party. Unfortunately, Moana doesn't really get a good buff to go along with her. She gets a level 2 crit power up, which is kind of nice. It's not the best buff they could have given her, but it is nice to have. I can see how she could very easily work on a team that only has a crit chance buff on it, and then she brings the crit power up to the party. Or you could also work it out where if you do have Belle, you can actually save a considerable amount of SP by not having to use Belle quite as frequently. So you can just kind of use Belle only to increase your crit chance, and then you don't have to worry about using Belle's skill as frequently to keep your crit power up maxed, because Moana can do that for you. So yeah, there is definitely some use cases for her in that. So it's not a bad buff to have, but it's not the best. Anyways, she's also a Rage Striker. Now, previously the only other Rage Striker we had in the game was Hercules, and when Rage Strikers came out, we did some calculations, and Rage Striker wasn't really all that powerful. It was only like, it only gave you like 1.5, or it only gave you like 50% more damage when you hit with a Rage Striker. And what a Rage Striker does is when a boss is in rage mode, all right, when it's got the red gauge and the little frowny face, the angry face, when you use her skill, it will deal extra damage, right? And so unlike color strikers, who, the skill will always deal double damage to a boss who is weak to that color, she can deal double damage to any boss, but only when it's in rage mode. Okay, and I say double damage because they have actually changed that. We've done some new calculations. They mentioned it in like a news in one of the recent I think it was last week's maintenance, or maybe a couple of maintenances ago. There was a little blurb in there about how they had changed the damage formula on Rage Strikers. So since pulling Moana, I've done some damage calculations. I had some other folks who had Hercules from before. I had them rerunning damage calculations, and they have actually brought Rage Striker bonus up to the same level as Color Striker, so it now doubles your damage. So if you hit a boss in rage mode with the Rage Striker, it's going to double the normal amount of damage you would deal. So this means Moana can be useful in going up against just about any boss, and can be useful in just about pretty much any boss battle simulator, because all the boss battle sims are bosses, thus they have the rage gauge. So when the boss is in rage mode, she's going to deal double damage. Plus just the fact that she has the highest attack stats of any unit in the game, and she's dealing double immense damage. She is going to be a mainstay in boss battle sim parties, for a while. Now, what this means is we'll most likely going forward probably see more DPS units following suit with her, where they'll have the same attack stat, the higher attack stat. So she's sort of like set a new bar, right? But she's certainly not going to be the best damage dealer forever, but she is going to probably be a top DPS for quite a while, because as we've seen, the damage dealers in this game have managed to sort of last past the test of time for quite a while. It's certainly better than in some other games, but this is sort of the first sign that we're going to start getting some power creep into this game. All right, so with all that said, I think she's a fantastic unit. Not a must-pull unit, but she's a really good unit to pull for. So if you have the crystals, go for it, but do keep in mind that they're probably going to keep handing out free tickets. Like I said, we know we're getting 10 free tickets just from login rewards this week. They will most likely give us more free tickets for her next week during the Battle Challenge mini event. So if you're not you're not sure if you should pull her right now, that's fine. wait. There's nothing going on this week that requires her at all. I was just super excited because she's exactly the unit that I wanted, so I was very excited, and I went ahead and pulled for her right away. And so that's pretty much all that's going on this week. They do have some new rewards that you can get. So if you go into the summertime rewards, you'll see if you do all the rewards, you will, which basically requires doing, I think, 20 bonus stages, and so clear 20 bonus quests and consume 2,000 stamina. And if you do all that, you'll basically get enough materials to get one unit to 6-star, who in my opinion is going to be Moana. I'm gonna 6-star Moana as soon as I get all of these rewards. So that should give you enough to actually 6-star a unit without having to craft any wisdom orbs or anything like that. And then once you do that, you'll also get this 3-star guaranteed gacha ticket, and you'll get that will open up the gacha. Once you have the ticket, you'll be able to see the gacha. You can't see it right now, because until you have the ticket, you can't actually see that gacha. Just like there's actually a free daily gacha as well, but since I've already pulled on it, you can't see it anymore. It shows up every day, so just make sure you go in there and do that every day. All right, so that's pretty much it as far as like what's going on this week. I will say that the Pocket Adventure, there is definitely something different about Pocket Adventure this week. Doesn't have to do anything with any of the obstacles or anything like that. There's nothing new in the exchange shop. All that stuff is the same. But what has changed is the speed of the Mickey Mouse Run. And it's not just me. A lot of people in the Discord have been saying that Mickey Run is running a lot slower at the start. And it's making things a little bit trickier because we've been so used to a certain speed starting off, and it's starting off a lot slower now. What this means is that, you know, it may work out in your favor where you can actually get farther, but it is going to take a little bit of getting used to. But yeah, I just thought I'd throw that out there because I think that's just something that needs to be said, like a little public service announcement, because I think that needs to be put out there. I'm not going to show you because, again, it takes way too long, and that would just blow out the time on this video. It'd make it way too long. But yeah, definitely want to put that out there, that the Mickey Run is definitely running slower for me, and it seems to be running slower for a lot of other people. So it's just something that we're going to have to get used to, I think. I'm not sure if that's something they're going to like kind of change the speed on us every now and then just to kind of keep things, shake it up. It may also have to do with that quote unquote fix that they implemented for some users that said that it was running too quickly for them. So that could also be what that is coming from. So either this is something that they're going to tweak every now and then, or maybe this is just the new starting speed for Pocket Adventure. I'm not really sure. But yeah, that's pretty much all we got going on this week. So like I said, don't stress about pulling from Moana right away like I did. I just did it because I'm a huge fan. You know, we're getting free tickets, so you use those free tickets, and then she'll most likely be a bonus unit in like the Battle Challenge event, and she'll almost certainly be a bonus unit in the next boss battle sim. But like I said, there's no stress to pull for her right away, so if you want to think about it, see how the free tickets play out, see what we get next week as far as free tickets are concerned from the Battle Challenge mini, you know, perfectly acceptable. I guess we did get the very hard stages, didn't we? So it's only one. We've only gotten one unlocked so far. Again, they're kind of drip feeding it to us, so every day you log in, you get a new key. But we are going to be getting the rest of them. So by the end of the week, we'll be able to get to the boss stage. So I probably won't do any more. You know, I showed you guys a couple of the very hard stages. They're not really, you know, super hard, but I definitely will show you the boss stage when I get to it and unlocked, and I'll do a video on the boss stage for you guys because I'm pretty excited about that and see how difficult that one actually is. But anyways, that's pretty much it. I don't want to bore you guys too much and make this video super long because that's really all there is to talk about. It's pretty much just Moana. That's all we have to talk about this week, and I'm super excited. Definitely check out I've updated her in along with the tier list in the Disney RPG Compendium. I've also updated her in my DPS spreadsheet, and I'll link both of those in the details below. So check those out, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you on the other side.